It is main character coaching day. I actually went back and watched some of the main character coaching videos, and for some reason, I always start with this move. Like, why do I do that? It's main character coaching. Maybe that needs to be like main character coaching. I don't know. I'm very excited for today's guest. She's just popping in right now. She's going to be a little bit of a different vibe, I think, for today's main character coaching. Katie, hi, I love you and I miss you. Okay, here she comes. I'm going to bring her to the stage, but I'm very excited to talk about today's topic because I'm pretty sure she's going to want to talk about all things content, which is truly my Cherie. Welcome to the party. Truly my special sauce, my juice, the all the things I love to talk about. And if she has any other questions, obviously she can ask those. But I'm excited to dive in. So let's do the damn thing and bring her forward.
Hello, hello.
Yeah, excited.
So fun. I love this.
So fun. You are
So
such
cool.
a character, so I feel honored to have you, and I'm so excited to coach you through some things that I saw on your form that you filled out. Before we dive in to all the things, for those of you who are listening, if you're new to my world or you're popping in and you haven't been to a main character coaching session yet, I have invited some main characters to come to the stage with me. And main character coaching is what I'm calling this because I truly believe that we all have the main character energy inside of us. And it's like one of my favorite things to help a woman rip that out and just splash it everywhere, all over her brand, her content, everything that she does. So that's what we're doing here for main character coaching. Before we dive into you specifically, Amanda, us tell us where you're from, tell us who you are, tell us what you do, give us the rundown.
Sure. Cliff Notes version. My name's Amanda Benner. I'm from Ventura, California. It's like maybe 45 minutes out of LA. I started Turn Up Dance Fitness like a year ago. It was my first
Wow.
class. I know. I know. But I've been dancing since I was a little girl. It's truly my playground where I let all the way go. Um, what else? I mean, I'm a mom, you
That's,
know,
oh, that's a big deal.
you know, but I think for me, this is truly my passion and sharing it
Hmm.
with everybody else is my big, big thing.
I love that. Do you have like an online business yet, or is that something you're thinking about, or are you wanting to blow up your classes? Like, what's your vision right now?
Right now, it's definitely that. I want to big time blow up my classes, but the next level, Amanda, what does that look like? So
Mm,
that's kind of like the daydream that I have. So being able to have you help me tune that is great. I'm really excited.
hell yeah, let's do it. Okay.
Yes.
So, just so I can conceptualize before we go into some of your questions, do you teach at multiple different studios or do you teach at one space?
Yes. So I teach at who's my best friend. She's like my road dog, her studio. Been teaching there first. I teach at the YMCA, which
Okay.
is a different vibe. And then I do my pop ups at a different studio.
Okay.
So I essentially teach at three studios.
Okay. And then you mentioned you have this event. Is that something that already exists or something that you're plotting?
It already exists. It's called Turn Up to Turn Down.
Aw.
So it's half turn up and then a half sound bath. I
Ooh.
do that once a month.
Wow. Do you do the sound bath?
No.
Okay.
Could you imagine?
I can imagine. That's amazing. I love
Yeah.
that so much. And I do feel like that's a perfect combination because turn
Yeah.
up for if you're listening and you're like, I don't know what turn up is, first of all, have you
Yes.
heard a rock? What
Where
turn up?
are you?
But also turn up dance fitness is like the ultimate self-expression. Plus, you get a workout while you're doing it. And it's dance fitness, turn up style. It's nothing that you've ever experienced in your entire life. Highly recommend.
Go
And
look it up right now.
yeah, after we're done here, of course.
Yes, 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 yes.
Um, and Amanda is an instructor for that. So she leads rooms of women and men alike coming to her class, and she leads Turn Up Dance Fitness. So the questions that you have here on your form is first and foremost, your question is how can I get people in my class and how can I separate myself from all the other dance? Is that what that says?
Let's say like dance, like types of dance, and especially dance fitness. There's a lot of other types, and everybody's very heavy on that.
Okay.
So
So when you say how do I separate myself, are you talking about like how do I separate myself online or how do I separate myself in my classes? Like which one in particular?
I think online. I think definitely I just need to get people in the room. Like once
Okay.
I can get them, then they're kind of like, oh, okay. But it's really just turning the people that watch my videos into actually walking in the door.
Okay. Where's your favorite place to teach right now out of all the three?
The movement, the
Okay.
where I've always been. The yeah.
Okay. And at the movement, the people who currently come to your class, is it a full class? What does it feel like?
It varies on the time slots, but when it's a full class, there's like a max of 15, and the age ranges are from like, 20 years old to like 72. I
For
mean,
sure.
it's great.
Yeah. Yeah. Love that. Love that so much.
Yes. So good.
Um, okay. So before I coach you through this, I
Yeah.
have questions. Can
Yeah.
you tell me if I were to like give you a full huge permission slip, Amanda, I want you to be as confident, arrogant, cocky, conceited as possible.
Yeah.
What what makes you special when it comes to turn up dance fitness?
Um, I think it makes me a little emotional. Um, I'm super authentic. Um, and I make people feel comfortable.
Okay.
Um, I think also because I dance so maybe freely or without much conviction or whatever, it makes people feel okay to do that too.
Mm,
Um, just more like I'm a friend. I'm not a competition. And
yep.
I try really hard to be that.
Okay. Can I ask what specifically about you saying that out loud brings up emotion while also showing you I'm grateful that you were allowed like you allowed yourself to show a little bit of emotion. I'm grateful
Yeah.
that you did that. That's always welcome in my space. I think it's very healing. But can I ask if you were to pinpoint why why does that make you emotional to say that?
Um, Probably because I just don't think I'm very good at stuff. I'm like rough up there, a little bit. And we all are. So when you're like, yeah, get conceited, get cocky, like that's hard for me.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I want you to when your you got a little emotional, you got a little choked up, and the first thing you said, Cherie says, "I love you."
I love you, Cherie, so much. Yes.
Cherie's the best.
Yes.
When the first thing you said was, I'm authentic." How would you define that word if you were to say the synonym for Amanda is authenticity? What does that mean? What does that look like for you?
Um, when I say something, I really mean it. I'm not one way in one room and another way in a different room. Um, when I tell the truth, you can believe it.
Okay.
And I mean what I say. Those kind of things. If I say I'm going to be there, I'm going to be there.
Okay.
And I think maybe part of the reason it makes me so emotional is because I've been around people that say they're one way and then they're not.
Sure. Yeah. Absolutely.
But and then
Yeah.
that's also why I love turn up because
Yes.
then it
Sorry. Someone was calling me and interrupting us. How dare they? Um,
how rude.
like we're in the middle of very important business here.
Don't you know that I'm literally on an emotional breakthrough right now? And it's like,
Okay, so this leads me to you are honestly like you're a bright light. Like I know this. I've been in the room with you. You are different. Like I want you to know that.
"Hmm,
But I'm also the type of person that it's like you can hear that from multiple different people. if you don't believe that yourself, which I know that you do actually, I'm not even lecturing you here, but if you don't fully embody that and believe that, it doesn't matter how many people tell you that.
Right.
Um, when it comes to leading a class, how does your why would it be important for you to showcase that you are this authentic, real, safe human as an instructor of a class? Why does that matter?
I think from some of the stuff, a little bit of the feedback that I've experienced and gotten too, especially as an adult woman coming back to dance, there's really like no beginner. And there's also this expectation of what it's going to look like and that you're going to look stupid or if you mess up or it's bad, all those things. Like it's not the playground or whatever. And even there, it's not bad. But my brain totally blanked. It's like, where'd you go, girl? Where'd you go, girl? What was
The question is, why is it important to be authentic as a leader of Turn Up in your class?
because I want even the person that's terrified to walk in there
Mm-hmm.
to feel just as proud of themselves as maybe the person that's their 100th class.
Mm-hmm.
And that I see them as the same.
Okay.
That I'm just as stoked for the person that maybe only killed the 1/8 count versus the person that nailed the entire dance class.
Love that. Okay. We're going to go through like some rapid fire content ideas for you based off of everything you just told me. So I would love if we could, before we go through that, if you could pretend like you're kicking off a brand new turn up class. Nobody knows you in the room. And we have to give our little spiel before we get started. If
Icebreakers. Yeah.
Yep, before you get to the icebreaker, you're starting the class, okay?
Yeah.
Everyone's lined up. You can tell the room is nervous. It's a little tense. They've never taken a turn up class, at least yours, before. Give me your intro.
So first I say, has anyone ever taken a dance class before? And then a lot of people are like, yes, no. I say, well, that doesn't matter. And then I just say, there's one rule in my dance class. You are not allowed to think negatively about yourself. The rest is just what happens. And I say, sometimes I break that rule, and that's okay. And I say, then we're only having fun. The only thing I need you to do is have fun.
Mm-hmm.
And then every expectation that you have, let it go. But just know that each time you come, it's going to get easier and more fun. That's kind of the script that I give.
I love
And then I say, too, and I think, too, there's no seriousness allowed. I'm going to say this like too. I'm going to talk about farts sometimes, and that's okay, you know.
it. Mm-hmm.
And that's just for fun, and just to kind of ease the tension.
Yep.
Talk about farts.
Perfect. Okay. You have 4 pieces of content that just came from that introduction. So
Okay.
in your content to get people to come to your classes, to get people to buy from you, to get people to believe you, and to get people to follow you. They're all the same sale. It's all the same.
Mm-hmm.
In order to do that, you have to truly embody what you're going to lead them through. So if you're going to tell a class, I don't care if you're not a trained dancer, and I don't care if you've never been to a dance fitness class, you're going to have the time of your freaking life in here. There's a post for you that exists where you showcase or you tell a story about your first ever dance class that you went to, your first ever turn up class you went to, your first ever any dance fitness class.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that you walked yourself through whatever that situation was, maybe you beat yourself up, maybe you allowed yourself to have fun, you tell that story. Now, the visual for that, it can be you dancing in a dance room. It can be, maybe it's a chit chat reel and you're telling the story with your voice. It can be a static photo and you tell the story in the caption. That doesn't really matter. I don't want you to get so caught up in the fact that the visual has to match the story. It doesn't.
Okay.
Your body, and I pulled up your Instagram because that was something that you asked. You're very good at showcasing your body. So I don't feel like you need coaching around that portion. Like, do keep doing what you're doing there. Like, people feel your energy, and your posts, they do really well. More storytelling. So I want you to take people back in time to the specific class. And maybe there's multiple where, like, what's the one class that sticks out in your mind where you were embarrassed? What's the one class that sticks out in your mind where you're like, I nailed that shit. Like, I killed it and I was queen of. Tell us those stories, because that's going to translate the message of, you don't have to be perfect in my room. You can just come in here and you can know for a fact you're going to have a good time, and you won't be judged for being a good dancer, and you won't be judged for being a bad dancer. Those things don't exist. So I want you to speak about that. Okay. The next thing you said is, um, you said your number one rule is to have fun, right?
Not think negatively about yourself. Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
So I want you to showcase different uh, points in
Mhm.
which a person might think negatively about themselves.
Yeah. Got it. Totally.
You record yourself doing a twerk and
Yeah.
you fall over and you
Yeah.
turn it into a badass somersault.
Right.
Like, can you record yourself um like you have spandex on and all of a sudden like accidentally your pants fall down, like whatever, and you're like
Yeah.
whatever, like you're not beating yourself up over this, like and it's again, it's going to be staged,
Right.
but this is entertainment
Right.
with a deep mission and a deep message.
I love that. Yeah.
And you tell the story in your caption, like, and at first you need to have a solid mix of coming from a place of like me, mine, and I, like this is my story, this is what happened to me, this is what I've experienced, in combination with a couple posts need to be like, yo, ladies, like we're going nowhere but getting older. You can continue to keep taking yourself so seriously and need Botox because you can't stop doing this, or
Yeah.
or you can just laugh.
Yeah.
Not that serious.
Yeah.
And so it's like these are the posts where you're really getting across your message,
Yeah.
because your message is all in that intro. Like you'll get the recording of this after we hang up.
Love
Um,
it.
these things are your content needs to be a showcase of who you are and what mission you're on. And I should be able to come to your page. And for the most part, I do feel your energy. Like
That
no
was
lie.
one of my questions is what do you think I'm missing? But yes.
I,
Yeah.
I think t- along with all of my clients and myself included,
Sure.
all you're missing is taking up more space. And that doesn't look like being obnoxious. That doesn't look like trying to perform. That doesn't look like getting more views. It looks like owning who the fuck you are.
Yeah.
And who you are is you are brought to tears by saying out loud, I'm trustworthy. I am going to take care of you. I am going to be your friend. I am going to shoot you straight. I am not going to hurt you. That brings you to tears, and I need to see that everywhere.
Okay. Yeah, the dancing part I love, and yes, it makes me nervous, but the talking part terrifies me.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
I think there's also a very big difference between like fear and resistance.
yeah,
So you just admitted you're terrified to speak. That is the next thing you need to do.
yeah,
If you're resistant to something, if you're like, no, like I don't feel like, like I don't want to do trends, for example. I have a lot of clients of mine who are resistant to trends. There's a difference between being fearful and being resistant, and
right,
you have to know that in your heart. And if you're resistant to something, it's not a matter of I'm going to shut that down and not do it. It's a matter of I'm going to do it differently. I'm going to do it my way. So that's resistance. But fear, I mean, you said I'm terrified to speak.
yeah,
That is your next step. You need to do it. I mean, I expect to see it within the next 48 hours. And there's many different ways of doing it. You can record yourself and then you can chop it up so there's no blank space. You can, I mean, sometimes I'll sit down and I'll record myself for 10 minutes and I'm
yeah,
like, minute video that I need to get down to 60 seconds and whatever, I'm going to do it. I'm going to take the parts out that I don't like, but that's how you can overcome that is
yeah.
you take a little bit more control over it and then you ease yourself into eventually you don't need to edit shit.
It's just there.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Like I've never gone live before because I'm
There,
terrified, but like, bro, let's go. Yeah,
let's go.
yeah,
Yeah.
I
How do
love
you
it.
feel? Okay.
Super good. Yeah, and like I think that's one of the reasons I don't want to talk to is like people can't see me cry, but like why the fuck not?
Oh my gosh, girl, you just said you're authentic. Authentic people cry. Authentic people laugh.
Yeah, and it's okay to cry and twerk. You can cry and twerk.
You should be crying and twerking. I mean, goodness gracious, these people need this, you know? It's like
We do. Yeah.
Like it shouldn't be like a once in a blue moon type thing. Like we are women, we are full of emotion. Let's celebrate that. Be
Yeah.
the person who's like, I welcome that. But you know what? I'm also Amanda, me. I'm the woman who's going to make sure you balance that crying with laughing
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
you are all of that. Like you are not just there is no monotone from you. It is
No.
bright lights everywhere. And one thing that I did want to say just like tangibly
Yeah.
um about your Cherie and looks like Crystal are loving on you so hard and I love that. So
I
cute.
love you guys.
Cuties.
Fucking love this shit, you guys. Okay.
Love this shit.
Yep.
One thing tangibly about your feed. So there's no, I don't want to say this is wrong because there's
Sure.
no way. However, in my world, what I teach is your feed is like this is where people get the chance to fall in love with you. So they're not being sold in your feed. They're actually getting to know your personality. It's like they're being very captivated and intrigued. So, having said that, with your you have posters here for like classes.
Mm-hmm.
Those will live in your stories, your Instagram stories.
Take them down when it's over.
I
Uh,
wouldn't put feed at,
Oh,
yeah. I would, so in your stories, like if you have a class that's coming up, let's say you know you want people to come to this class and you know it's a couple weeks out, you
yeah.
might talk about it every single day in your stories. Here's a link where you can register. Um,
Yeah.
here and again, you are working them into this through your stories. Like stories is the place for you to be a little bit more raw, a little bit more real. It's not just the place to sell, but it's where you're gonna make sales for sure. So it's like you can like what this work, not work. I love that.
Well, yeah. Uh-huh. So good. It was
So
so fun.
it's like I think you could have so much fun with that in your stories where you
Yeah.
like tell people what that means.
Okay.
And then at the last slide of the story, you're like, boom, this is the date. Here's the link to register. Can't wait to see you there. Here's the countdown timer. Like you're building up the anticipation. It's a little bit more marketing in your Instagram stories. And then your
Okay.
feed is like, holy shit, this girl's fierce. Like I whatever she has going on, like I gotta be there.
Yeah. Yeah. You're so cool. You're so cool, Chan.
You're
Okay.
cool. I love you.
Ah. Um, there was one other question. If you were to just quick off the cuff, think of a challenge for me to develop, what would that be?
A challenge for yourself or a challenge for other people?
Like if I were to put out a challenge that someone would want to do from me.
Oh, okay. Um, like you're gonna have people join you in this challenge.
Yeah, like everybody's doing a challenge and I'm just kind of like I'm getting a little bit of like a brain block on what that
Mhm.
would be for me.
What are you in life right now? What are you working on? Like what's on your heart? What's on your mind?
Um, I think big time just me personally becoming my best self. Like especially just a couple years ago versus now. So just being my highest best that I can be
What do
in
you
all ways.
what does that look like? What are you doing to do that to make sure that you're accomplishing?
Um, yeah, like I eat better, I work out a lot more, I sleep better, I go to therapy, I go to church, I anything that feels good, I run to that.
Mm-hmm.
So but big time in my life right now, it's my mental health. If I'm not happy, then I try to find a way to make myself happy because I spend a long time very not happy.
Understood.
So
Okay. So I think you can get a little bit more specific with this, and if we had more time, we could do that. But
yes.
for your specificity here, and I know you put this in your form, like you're divorced, you're a mom, you
Hmm.
have been through some ish, and you're coming out on the other side. So
Yes.
I want to call in that version of you. So there's a woman out there who might be fresh going through divorce, or maybe
Oh,
they've been divorced for a couple years, but it still eats at them and they want some reprieve. They want a space where they don't feel like their divorce was a sin or like the worst thing that they've ever done. They want to feel like there's life after that incident.
sure.
They want to show up strong for their kids. They want to just wake up and feel good again. you would call in that woman and you would say, I'm going to do a 10-day challenge, 20-day, 30-day, does not matter. You choose. And during these X amount of days, I'm going to hand over the blueprint of what I'm doing that has brought me from divorce, from feeling like crap to now I have a sense of relief from all of that.
Yeah.
I feel like I have my spark back, and it's bigger than me. I do it for my kids, but it's like I know how to take care of myself, and I'm going to walk you through that blueprint, and I'm going to be there to help hold you accountable, but we're going to create a team of people doing this alike. And part of that might be on, on the weekend or whatever, during the week, I'm going to go live and we're going to dance together. Part of
Yeah.
that, like, once a week we have a challenge where we have to go live on Instagram and talk about something that's on our heart, because that's a challenge for you.
I say, yeah. Yeah. That's
Part
a
of
great
this
idea.
is, it's like interesting because you need to, the best way to do these things is to give people what you need or
Yeah.
what you needed. And that doesn't require you to be like the expert of all experts. That doesn't require you to have credentials. That requires you being a person that cares about taking whatever helped you and sharing it with other women.
Yeah. I love it. Down. I'm gonna
Yay.
work on
Yes. Let me know. Hi, Maddie.
it.
Let me know.
Yay. I still wear the flannel. Maddie gave me one of the OG turnip flannels.
Wow.
I know. I know. Thank you so much, Chandler. Like, you're so amazing.
Thanks. Of course.
Like, I really, I hope you know that, like, I look up to you so, so much in a lot of ways. A lot of ways. You are a badass. So, I mean,
Right.
I'm gonna do my best to, like, make you proud. I'm gonna take all these notes and, see where I am next year at this time. And
Yep. I mean, I want to know, like, in a month. Tell me where you're at.
yeah, well, at Biz and Brunch, we had till November 1st.
That's
Remember?
right.
We're supposed to have our goals. And so it's coming in hot.
It is. That is right around the corner. So you keep me posted.
Yeah.
I'm your biggest fan. I love you so much. You truly are a very special human being, and I know you know that, but I want you to hear that a million times in your life. And yeah, we'll be in touch. I love you so much.
Turn up for life. I love you.
Life. All right. Bye, girl.
Bye, everybody.